Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Diecast Cars. In this video I'm going to show some BMW emergency vehicles. So there's going to be 3 different diecast brands in this video, and we're going to start with Sico. This is the only Sico BMW emergency vehicle that I have. This is in the French police livery, so you get the red and blue stripes on the side and the word police in French written on it. The rims are generic fantasy rims, like most of the Sico cars have. I only have a few Sico cars that have prototypical wheels. An Audi and a VW, I think, but those are the exceptions to the rule. They do have rubber tires, but I have to say, for the price point they are at, on average €5, these should have prototypical wheels. Noref does it for half the price, so why can't Sico? Now, of course, you know me, I did not pay €5 for this, I paid €2.50 for it. So these have a plastic base and a metal body, of course. They are tampoed all around, get full tampos. Plastic inserts for the headlights and the taillights, and the light bar on top is a separate piece. So that's all very nice. Let's take a look at the front. So you got the police written on the hood or the bonnet, mirrored, so you can read it in the rearview mirror of your car driving in front of it. You got the BMW badge, and you've got a chrome ring around the kidneys, the 2 grille parts that are called kidneys in BMW terms. There's a license plate that says Sico 151, but it's in white, so it doesn't really stand out. So the other side is of course the same. And then in the back you get another BMW emblem, again the word police, taillights, plastic inserts, a tow hitch, and a double exhaust. This part of the base. By the way, this is a BMW 545i. I will show that in a minute on the base. I'm just going to show the detail of the taillights, because these have 2 colors. So the bottom part is red, and the top part for the indicators and the reverse lights is a little bit orangey and white to the part where the reverse lights are, so very nicely detailed. So you get a lot of information on the base. It says BMW 545i, the top speed, the horsepower, the 8 cylinders, it's a 4.4 liter and the maximum revs. Sico stands for Sipa Kunststoffe. So that means Zipper is the family name that makes these, and Kunststoffe means plastics. So in the beginning they made plastic toys, and then with Matchbox being a strong competitor, they switched to metal toys. Licensed by BMW, and this is the collector number 1045. These also have opening doors. And then you can see a pretty detailed interior, very nicely done. That should be for that kind of money, I think. At least much better detail than what Mattel brings on its premium cars that often cost more than this. Sometimes I think they just put a piece of plastic in the microwave let it spin for a few seconds, and that's what they call an interior. But that doesn't count for all of them. There's just some cars that are really bad when it comes to the interior. Others are much better. So that's it for the Sico, and then we go to Matchbox. So this, let's zoom out, this is the Matchbox BMW 328 Police, 328i I should say. This was new in 2001. It's made in China, I believe. Yep. Let's zoom in. So at that time you still got a separate piece for the light bar. Nowadays that's not the case anymore, because they have to cut costs to keep it under $1 in the United States. But you do get side tampos, tail lights, so no headlights on this one. But that's okay for these mainline cars. That's just fine. This is I think a generic police livery. It's not licensed. It's yeah, just a kind of a Matchbox livery. Then next up we've got the BMW X5 Police. This is from 2014, and this was modified. It used to have a separate piece for the light bar, and well, probably mostly blue, I suppose. This is, I believe, also a fantasy livery. Here you don't get tail lights, you get a a light bar that is part of the windows, the window piece in plastic. So that's something less than we saw on the previous car, where we still had the tail lights and we still had a separate piece for the light bar. Very nice black rims though. And then we get to the car that actually made me want to do this, the BMW M5 Police. This is, well, maybe I'll just show the card. This is released in 2014, was the first release. So you get tampos on the sides and on the hood or the bonnet. No taillights, no headlights, and also the light bar on top that is part of the windscreen. The windscreen plastic, but still very good looking. Double exhaust part of the base also. Very good looking. Then the next year we get this one. This is in 2016. The first one was 2015. This has a protector, that's much better. So here we get also the tampos on the sides, no taillights, no headlights. We do get the word police on the hood. Here on the previous one we had a little bit more paint on it, but that's just different livery. Oh, of course I forgot to mention, this is of course the German livery. This is a licensed German livery, of course. This is just a fantasy livery, Matchbox, it says here on the side. If I can show it. There you go, Matchbox. Then the next year we get the BMW M5 in the Best of the World series, Series 2, Premium Series. So this is in a licensed livery. It is a livery from the Kiel District Police. That is in northern Staffordshire in England. So being a premium release, you get special rims, because the main lines all have the same rims. You get rubber tires, you get tampos all around, you get headlights and taillights. So this looks absolutely amazing. License plate says Best of the World. Still a light bar that is part of the windscreen plastic, unfortunately, but hey, can't have your cake and eat it too, right? So this is the 2016 version. Sorry, the 2017 version. And then we get to 2018. That already has the 2019 card. Very nice card art. It lost the word police, maybe because it's in a fire livery, not a police livery. So same rims as the other mainline ones. This one does have the BMW logo on the sides that the other ones didn't have. I'll show that in a minute. So it says fire. This is also a Matchbox livery, is not licensed. So no taillights, no headlights. It says the word fire and Matchbox on the hood or bonnet, and also mirrored, so you can see it in your rearview mirror driving in front of it. That's a nice touch. So as you can see here, it has the BMW logo, whereas this one and this one, they don't have it. So that's something different for 2018. Maybe BMW wanted that, I don't know. Now, Matchbox is not the only brand that does, Diecast brand I mean, that does the BMW M5 Police. There's also another brand that does it, and that's this one. This is RMZ City. RMZ City is a Chinese brand that does quite nice diecast. You have to compare it with, I think with Maisto is a good comparison. These also don't have an interior, so that makes them feel a little bit light. They don't weigh as much as the Matchbox or the Sico ones, but of course the Sico ones are a tad bigger. Sico is more like 155 scale, like Majorette and Jada, and Matchbox and this RMZ City is more like 164 scale. I don't know if these mention the scale. I think it's 164. Yeah, there it is, 164. So these also have all the same rims. It's also a generic design. You get the word Feuerwehr on the side, means fire department in German. You do get a separate piece for the light bar. On this one you can't really see the tail lights because it's red, but they do have front and back tempos. It also says Feuerwehr on the back. The other side is the same. And on the front you get the headlights, you get the BMW emblem. Not on the back, I see now. No, there's only an emblem on the front. And then you also get a chrome ring around the kidneys, which is a very nice touch. So RMZ City cars usually cost around €1.50. So for this price point to get full tempos all around, that is, and the separate piece for the light bar, that is very nice. There's no interior, but you know, you win some, you lose some. What I don't like about these is the fact that they're a little bit less quality than Matchbox, for instance. But of course Matchbox is in its price point about the best brand you can find. If you compare the quality to the price they cost, they're at the top. I'm not a big fan of the wheels having a kind of a lip here for the rim. As you can see, this part sticks out. That I don't like very much. But all in all, they are very nice, very good looking, and definitely worth to be collected in my opinion. So let's put the Matchbox in front of it, so we can compare them a little bit. They both have the little antenna on the roof. Very nice duo. German livery, or German livery, I don't know, but at least German words and English words. But that's not all. They also do a police version. Also with the German word Polizei on it. Again, all the same detail, fully tempoed all around. And in the front, this time, because it's silver, you don't really see the headlight tempos, but also the BMW badge and the silver around the kidneys. So here around the windows you can see a little bit of flashing. That's what I mean with being a little bit lesser quality. But you know, that's okay. So let's put it together with the Matchbox one. Now, to tell something about these German liveries, because these both are very accurate. First up, before 2002, all police cars in Germany were in white with green tampos, green stickers or green paint for the stripings and the Polizei and everything. From 2002 they changed that, and also silver cars were allowed, police cars. Why is that? Because these cars are leased, so when they were returned to the leasing companies, they had a hard time shifting all these white cars, because white is just not that popular on the secondary market, on the second-hand cars market. So that's why the German government allowed them to also be silver. So then why we have here two different colors, green and blue. So green used to be the old color and blue is the new color, because Europe wants all police liveries in Europe to be in blue. So the stripes and the words on the police cars, they want them all to be blue. So the recent police cars have the blue striping. There's one region in Germany that does still both colors, or has still both colors. That's in Bavaria, Bayern, where BMW is located. You know, BMW stands for Bayerische Motorenwerke, so Bavarian Motor Works. So their home, let's say, province, or state, how you call it, still has both of these colors, but the rest of Germany has switched to the blue stripings. But these are actually correct for the province where BMW is located. And then we have a last one, and that's this one. So this is in a German Notarzt livery. So that's some kind of a medical doctor that drives to a medical emergency and therefore needs a fast vehicle to get there fast. Now, I don't know about all the other countries in Europe, if they have this kind of emergency doctor. We have it also here in Belgium, but I have not seen them driving a BMW M5 here. In the 90s they had station wagons, and later on they shifted to SUVs. So for instance a Volvo XC90 or a Mercedes GL, that kind of car that can transport a few people and a lot of stuff, gear that the doctor needs to help the patient. Now, Matchbox also did one of these in this livery in 2016 for the Leipzig Model Hobby Spiel, the toy fair in Leipzig. Now I don't have that one, it's a hard one to come by, and maybe you can find it on the internet, but it's going to cost you a lot of money, so I'm not willing to spend that. So that's the only Matchbox version that I cannot put against this one to compare. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to put them all together on the table, or at least as many as I can. Let's see how we're going to do this. Yeah. Can't make a round circle, unfortunately, but these are different models anyway, so okay. And maybe zoom in a little, so that's going to make for the thumbnail. So thank you very much for watching again, and see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.